record reflect presence of counsel for the parties. The defendant is present, the jury is present, and you may call your next witness.
Thank you. The defense will be calling Mr. Bob Olson at this time.
You solemnly swear that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You may proceed with your examination of the witness.
Welcome, Mr. Olson. Could you identify yourself to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please?
My name is Bob Olson. I work at Maui Foods, and some of my primary responsibilities, I drive and I do some human resources work for them.
Okay, could you tell us in what capacity, I guess within that occupation, that you're testifying on today?
Part of what I do is make purchases for the store of items that they don't have in-house. And one of those items, evidently in question, is some masking tape, which is one of the things that I actually purchased for them.
Okay, may I ask how long you've been working at Maui Foods in that capacity?
I've been there approximately 3 years.
I'm sorry, how long?
3 years.
Okay. Were you there prior to February of 2014?
I was.
Okay, were you working in that capacity as of February of 2014?
Yes, I was.
If I may, Your Honor, may I approach the witness with what has been marked and identified as Defense Exhibit T?
Yes, you may do so.
It has been shown to the state. Mr. Olson, if I could ask you to keep that down away from the vision of the jury for now. And if I could ask you, do you recognize what that item is in front of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is that?
A roll of masking tape.
Okay. Are you familiar with that particular roll and how that got here today?
Yes, I am.
Okay, can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury how that got here today?
This is an example of the tape that I purchase on a regular basis from Maui Foods. I brought in an example from our stock that I had purchased.
Okay, now when you say an example, is that the particular masking tape that you buy from Maui Foods?
It is indeed.
And how long have you been getting that particular type of masking tape?
I've been getting this tape ever since I began driving in my capacity.
Is there a reason why you get that particular size and/or brand? Well, let me back up and establish something. Do you get any particular size of masking tape?
The general manager insists that I purchase this particular size. It's a 1.41 inch masking tape, individually wrapped.
Okay. And is there a particular brand that you've been buying throughout that period?
I've been purchasing exclusively Scotch brand.
And I guess, is there a place where you regularly buy that particular brand and size of Scotch tape?
There is.
And where is that?
Home Depot.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness with what has been marked and previously identified as Defense Exhibit P, as in Paul?
You may do so.
Thank you. I could have you take a look at the picture that's marked as Defense Exhibit P. Do you recognize what's in that picture, Mr. Olson?
A roll of Scotch masking tape.
Okay. Now, would you be able to compare what you have identified as Defense Exhibit T to the roll of masking tape that is in the picture marked as Defense Exhibit P, and give us what you believe to be whether it compares to each other or whether it doesn't?
It appears to compare one with another. However, there aren't any individual markings on Exhibit P.
Do the tape roll in the picture?
I am.
And do those compare?
They do, in fact.
Are there any other markings in there that compare and are similar or different?
Not that I can tell.
Your Honor, may I move into evidence what has been marked as both defense exhibit P and T at this time?
Yes, sir. The state does not, I don't have any objection to state's defense exhibit P as in Paul. We do object to state's defense exhibit, wait, I'm sorry, the physical evidence, which,
Yeah,
T as in tape roll.
okay, so T as in tape roll. No objection to defense exhibit T based on foundation and as well as the purpose of all this disability is not relevant and hasn't been identified.
I would respectfully submit that Mr. Pollocky fully laid the foundation.
So no objection to T as in Tom?
That's correct, Judge.
All right. Defendant's exhibit T as in Tom, marked for identification purposes, is received in evidence. Why don't you folks approach us to T, so be aware of your arguments. Cross-examination, Mr. Rivera.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Olson.
Good afternoon.
Now, when you said or let me make this a little simpler. Your Honor, if I can publish State's Exhibit 239, which is already in evidence.
You may.
Okay, Mr. Olson, I'm going to have you please take a look at, there's a screen right to your left. The State's Exhibit 239, which is in evidence. There's 2 rows of these masking tape here. Do you see that?
I do.
Okay. Now, looking at these, you're not able to tell the width, whether this is 1.41 inches,
I cannot.
like the Scotch tape that you know about, correct?
That's correct.
Well, looking at the middle part, before you're testifying, you're shown this photograph already, correct?
That's correct.
And looking at this middle part, you've never purchased this type of tape before, have you?
No, I
Masking
have
tape.
not.
But you can't say, or you can't testify though, that this type of masking tape was never in the Wailuku store, can you?
Speculative, Your Honor.
No, I'm asking what you can testify to.
It would be speculative.
The objection is overruled. Give me a second.
Okay, please answer that question, Ms. Wilson. You can't tell us whether or not this type or this brand of masking tape was ever used in Wailuku store, can you?
I cannot.
And again, you didn't start purchasing until the ending part of 2013, the masking tape that you're testifying to about today, right?
Yes.
In fact, when you first started purchasing the tape, the Scotch masking tape that you're talking about today, you used to purchase it in bulk form, not individually wrapped, is that correct?
At one point I did.
And then at some later point, I guess, Pat Gagne, is she the owner of the store?
General manager.
General manager. Was it her idea that she had you purchase the individually wrapped tape?
She specifically asked that I purchase the individually wrapped.
And that's what you brought into court today, was an individually wrapped tape?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wilson. I have no further questions.
Redirect examination.
I have no further questions. Thank you, Mr. Wilson.
Are there any juror questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, please approach. Thank you. I have some questions that I'm going to read to. After I read a question, you can then face the jurors and answer the question. After you're through answering the question, if you look back to me as you're doing right now, I'll take that as a signal that you're finished answering the question. I'll then go on to the next question. If you would like me to read a question again, just let me know and I'll be happy to do it. All right? The first question reads, do you personally go to Home Depot to purchase supplies, or are your orders delivered? You may answer the question.
I personally go to Home Depot.
All right, next question. Who does your work duties when or if you are not at work or unavailable to obtain need supplies for Mana Foods? You may answer the question.
I've never taken a day off, so I suppose there's a backup driver, but he doesn't have a corporate Visa card to use, so I can't really answer that question.
All right, the next question reads, what happens if any of supplies you normally order are out of stock, back ordered? You may answer the question.
We simply have to wait. If they're not in the store, we wait till they arrive.
The next question reads, is there any time where Mana Foods runs out of supplies unexpectedly? You may answer the question.
Yes, there is.
Right, the next question reads, are others allowed to run out to purchase supplies? You may answer the question.
Yes, there are.
And the last question reads, if your manager insists on a specific type of tape and none is available, what are you instructed to do? You may answer the question.
Wait until that particular tape is available.
Mr. Apu, any follow-up questions?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Rivera?
Real quick, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said you did have. Okay, sorry about that. My
I
apologies.
said I'll be real brief. I'm not that brief.
Maybe it's just. Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Olson, so you don't have any control, let's say, if tape runs out and somebody brings in their own tape. You don't have any control over that, do you?
No, I don't.
Your Honor, I have no further questions other than that. Thank you, sir.
All right.
No further questions.
Thank you very much. You are excused. All right. Your next witness.
Yeah, for today, Your Honor, with our apologies to the court as well as the jury, we have no further witnesses. Our next witness is scheduled to be here tomorrow, to be available tomorrow.
All right. Then obviously we will adjourn for the day and thank the jurors for their service today, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you very much. Keep in mind my cautionary instructions here remain in effect. Thank you.